morning guys, this is Vijay, biology lecturer from Ailebad Junior College. Okay, as you know that we have started our NEET series. On that basis we are discussing the each and every chapter of biological science and also chemistry in detail. The next domain under this category of 3 domain classification we are going to discuss, that is domain bacteria. Let us see. So as we discussed the characteristic features of this archaea, it does not have a proper nuclear membrane. Nucleus like structures, but they does not have nuclear membrane, that is said to be what? Nucleoid, the structure. And it is slightly developed the cell wall around the cell. So these characteristic features belongs to the character of prokaryotes. So most of the prokaryotes, they does not have a proper nuclear membrane and also not well developed cell wall. And many of these many of these bacterial species, they belongs to decomposers, and few are said to be photosynthesis. I mean, they involve for photosynthetic type of organism. They prepare self mode of nutrition. So such a type of bacteria, they are considered to be the cyanobacteria, algae, one of the example. And next, most of them are said to be saprophytic mode of nutrition. I mean decomposing the dead and debris or any other organic compounds, organic matter. Next, most of these bacteria belongs to this category. They could able to cause us different type of diseases to human being, animals, especially for cattle, and also plants. They could able to give diseases for flowering plants. And how they could causes the diseases? Because they are producing a toxic substance as a form of enzyme. These toxic substances would able to kill the living cells. So that is the reason the cells could be damaged, or this organism could be multiplied in the living cells. And these cells are made up of glycoproteins, yes, and that is found on the outer side of this capsule. When we are discussing about bacteria, the structure of bacteria in detail, we will discuss about capsule. Capsule is nothing but it is an outer membrane, yes, present in bacteria, that is made up of glycoproteins. So that is difficult to digest by the living organisms or living cells. So that is the reason they could able to survive in other organism to cause some diseases. Okay. Now examples we'll see. These are the few characteristic features of this bacteria. Few examples let us see. So here we are going to discuss about few examples for this bacteria. The first one is cyanobacteria. This cyanobacteria is considered to be the autotrophic nutrition. The mode of nutrition in this particular bacteria are autotrophic nutrition. They involves for the photosynthetic. They are also called as the photosynthetic blue-green bacteria. Okay, they involves for photosynthesis. They could be able to prepare its own food by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, utilizing the sunlight, and they could be able to form its nutrient in the form of starch, cellulose. Next, spirochete, that is one of the another example for this bacterial. Now bacteria species, spirochetes. So what do you mean by these spirochetes? Spirochetes are mostly in the form of gram-negative type of bacteria. So mostly based on the staining technique, bacteria being divided into 2 different categories, gram-positive, gram-negative. Okay. So this we will discuss in bacteria chapter. The staining technique we will discuss in detail. Okay, now most of the gram-negative bacteria are being called as spirochetes. Okay, these spirochetes, they could able to cause certain diseases. Lyme disease, syphilis, one of the disease caused by this bacteria. Syphilis, Lyme. So these are the different diseases being caused by these spirochetes. And next one is like firmicutes. The next one is like firmicutes. Firmicutes is one more example. Firmicutes is one of the example for the bacteria, you know. They belongs to the category of gram-positive bacteria, and mostly they are present in the human large intestine. Now we are going to discuss about the next domain, eukaryote. Okay, eukaryotes. So as we are comparing to this other two domain, when comparing with this eukaryote like archaea and bacteria, these two categories, you know, the organisms which does not have the proper nuclear membrane. But when we are talking about this eukaryote, it has a proper nuclear membrane around. Okay. So these eukaryote, you know, which includes n number of living beings. Say for example, it has different kingdoms, many kingdoms which belongs to these eukaryotes. Here the organism could able to see a proper nuclear membrane, and also the organism does have a proper nucleus, and most of the organisms are being covered by cell membrane instead of cell wall. Okay. Now these eukaryotes, you know, which contain different kingdom. Let us see one by one. The first kingdom when we are talking about, that is Protista or protist kingdom. So this Protista kingdom, you know, mostly which includes for all the different types of you know, the protozoans, and also few algae. Say for example, Rhodophytae. Rhodophytae is one of the example for red algae. Rhodophytae. Rhodo means red color pigment. Phyta means what? Thallus, I mean body, algae. So Rhodophytae. Rhodophytae is nothing but red algae. And similarly, dinoflagellates algae, like, you know, Euglena, which has the flagella, you know, Euglena, and also like you know, Paramecium, Volvox, Euthyryx. So these all are few examples of this protist which belongs to. The next kingdom which belongs to this eukaryote is kingdom fungi. So most of the living organisms, like you know, the micro level fungi or the macro level fungi, you know, say for example Basidiomyceta. Myceta, actually the meaning of myceta, that is related to fungus. Myceta, mycelium, because the myceta, that is nothing but the mycelium, the structure of the fungi, we supposed to call it as mycelium. So myceta, like, so Saccharomycotina, that is said to be what? True yeast. Saccharomyces, we supposed to call it as Saccharomyces or Saccharomyces, we can say. So Saccharomyces or Saccharomyceta, so these all belongs to the true yeast. And this fungi which involves for the saprophytic mode of nutrition, they belongs to the saprophytic mode of nutrition. They live and survive on the dead and debris, and few fungi which are said to be the heterotypic mode of nutrition. Okay. Then next, the another kingdom when we are talking about this eukaryote, that is Plantae or plants. Plantae kingdom. So this Plantae kingdom which involves for all the type of plants, especially bryophytes. Bryophytes are nothing but examples of mosses. Okay, mosses. That is one of the example for bryophytes. Then next, we are talking about these angiosperms, flowering plants. Angiosperms. So these all belongs to this category of Plantae. Then the next kingdom when we are talking about eukaryota, that is Animalia. Animalia involves for many type of you know, living organisms. Say for example, like Arthropoda is one of the best example. Arthropoda and Chordata. Yes. So arthropoda, arthropoda which involves for all the type of living beings, like which includes for insects, arachnids. Arachnids are said to be what? The organisms which has segmented body. Example, scorpion, arachnids, and crustaceans. So these are the few examples for these, arthropods. And also it contain chordates which involves for all the vertebrates. So this arachnids belongs to this invertebrate. So there are 9 phylums in invertebrates that we will discuss in detail about the types of organism involved for invertebrate. Similarly, vertebrates belong to phylum, 5 different categories. What are these 5 different categories? Pisces or fishes, then amphibians, then reptiles or reptilia, then followed by birds or aves, then finally mammalian group or mammals. So these are the different type of animals belongs to this kingdom Animalia. Okay, yes. So this is what the characteristic features and some the examples of this 3 domain classification. So 3 domain classification involves archaea, bacteria and eukaryota. These are said to be 3 domains of life or 3 domain classification. Now let us discuss now few characteristic features of this 3 domain and few examples. We'll see one by one. We are going to discuss about the major characteristic features of these 3 domains of life. So let us discuss one by one. When we are talking about the cell, volume of the cell. So these characteristic features of this 3 domain classification. 3 domain classification. So according to this, you see characteristic features. Like first one, when we are talking about the cell, the volume of the cell. The volume of the cell, for this both bacteria and archaea, both, it ranges from 1 to 100 micrometer. When we are talking about these eukaryotes, it is ranging from 1 to 10 to the power of 6 micrometer. This could show that how these bacteria, archaea and eukaryotes are varying by the volume of cell, the shape, structure of the cell. Next, when we are talking about the DNA, yes. So this DNA usually you can see in the domain bacteria and archaea both, that is circular. Shape of the DNA usually we can see circular, whereas in eukaryotes you see that is linear. In some cases, the higher level organisms in eukaryotes, we could able to see double helical structure. Okay. Similarly, the gene organization, when we are talking about this 3 domain classification, especially for this bacteria and archaea, these organisms belongs for multi-gene system, gene organization, multi-gene system. When we are talking about these eukaryotes, they belongs to single genes. Though it is multi-genes which contain, few introns. We will discuss in detail about what are introns. Yes, the structure of DNA in gene, the genetic chapter we will discuss in detail. Like it has few introns, it has more introns. Yes, next. So these are the characteristic features. Then when we are talking about metabolism is one of the essential living organism. Metabolism is one of the essential activity by the living organism. So this metabolism which involves for metabolism, especially in bacteria and archaea, this metabolism involves in many types, many categories. Denitrification, that could be denitrified to form a useful nitrites or nitrites that could be absorbed by the plants for the survival. Symbiotic type of nutrition we will discuss in that. Denitrification. Then next, nitrogen fixation. Many bacteria which are involving for nitrogen fixation, especially like that leguminous plant, Rhizobium bacteria. Yes, best example. Nitrogen fixation. Leguminous plants where the bacteria which is involving for nitrogen fixation. Rhizobium bacterium. Yes. And also few bacteria which is involving for anaerobic type of respiration. The respiration where the two categories when we are discussing about the respiration, aerobic and anaerobic. So few involves for anaerobic. Anaerobic respiration that leads for fermentation. Fermentation. It's a process by which the organisms involve for metabolism. Breaking down of large food molecules into simpler food molecules. Okay. But when we are talking about these eukaryotes, metabolism happening by respiration and fermentation. Respiration by means of respiration in higher level organism, by means of fermentation in a lower level organism, especially yeast, Saccharomyces, which is involving for this fermentation, anaerobic type of respiration. Yes, and this respiration we could able to see in the higher level organisms. This is the mode of metabolism could happen in 3 domain classification: bacteria, archaea and eukaryotes. Now we are going to discuss about the nuclear membrane. As we discussed earlier, nuclear membrane. So nuclear membranes are not there now in both, yes, bacteria and archaea. There are no nuclear membrane, no distinct nuclear membrane. But whereas in eukaryotes which is present, that could be seen clearly. The reason is this domain classification of bacteria and archaea which does not have a proper nucleus like structure, but it is not a proper nucleus. So that is said to be nucleoid. Whereas in eukaryotes we could able to see a distinct nucleus could be seen, and also nucleus which contain a dark stained structure that is called nucleolus, that also could be seen. Nucleolus. When we are talking about this mitosis and meiosis type of cell division, this could be seen very clearly in higher level organism like eukaryotes. Okay. Next, multicellularity. Multicellularity is one of the another characteristic features. Multicellularity. See here in bacteria and archaea you can see the multicellularity are very simple, because all the cells which are multiplying similar to the mother cell. Whereas you see in the higher level organism it is complex. The multicellularity which is complex in the higher organisms. There we could able to see different type of cells and they form different type of tissues. These tissues to form different organs. So there the multicellularity is complex type, not simple type. Okay. And next one, when we are talking about this cell wall, mostly the cell wall which is made up of peptidoglycan, one of the polysaccharide, peptidoglycan, carbohydrate component. Whereas in the eukaryotes, the peptidoglycans are mostly not there, absent in most of the organism. Few methanogens, they have pseudo peptidoglycan. Pseudopeptidoglycans are nothing but pseudo meaning is false. We are talking about ribosomes. Ribosomes in bacteria and archaea, you see, the ribosomes are highly sensitive, highly sensitive. Whereas in the eukaryotes, you know, they are resistive. They are resistive, not highly sensitive, resistant. Okay. Then transcription factors. Transcription factors happen for these two categories in the form of bacteria, whereas in the eukaryotes it is formed in the form of eukaryotes or eukaryotic type. Okay. Yes. So these are the major characteristic features which are similar and dissimilar to bacteria, archaea and eukaryotes. Now let us discuss how far this archaea is different from both bacteria and eukaryotes. How far it is different from both bacteria and eukaryotes. Let us see that one by one. So far we have discussed NEET Biology Unit 2 biological classification and a few theory parts, the most important points, and this will be continued with one more video. Until then, thank you guys.